Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Bitcoin week closed yesterday underneath the 50-day EMA, coming in at 98.7K. But it's not all over. Price is grinding here. And yeah, we did say it was likely going to grind for the next week and a bit due to that massive move that we saw on Monday. And normally, when you see a massive move, you do get a bit of sideways period, which we are going to cover today, especially with the total crypto market, because I am looking at a specific pattern to play out. But for now, Bitcoin still, stuck below that 98.7K we just mentioned. And yesterday we closed after retesting it bearishly. So, we do need to desperately get above this 98.7K. That is kind of the line in the sand for now. So I think we need to get above 98.7K, probably test 100.5K, and then retest this as support, and then we could be moving onwards and upwards. But it is likely that the move we saw on Monday was the low due to the high volume that we saw over here. You can see the volume very high, obviously on Bybit. Obviously saw a massive amount of liquidations on Monday as well. And to be honest, everyone who had an altcoin long got wrecked. Simple as that. So that is normally what you see. But now I think we just have to give it time. I think we are going to see some kind of chop around, which I will show you on the other chart. But the levels at the moment for Bitcoin, I'm still eyeing out this 50% of the wicks. Obviously, this massive wick that we saw bull step into the market with a bullish close. And ultimately, we have just dwindled to the downside since then. But this 94.5K, I think is a massive region. And I think we will get another test of this downsloping trend line over here, which was resistance, then it was support, so on and so forth. So I think that we can see maybe another rejection off here, test this 94.5K, and then get a little bounce, and then we're going to see how price reacts after that, because I think that could get enough to step for all the bulls to step into the market, and we could see some relief on the price of Bitcoin. But for me, we still have to clear this 100.6, 100.5K region and this downsloping resistance over here. So ideally, something like this, we can retest this, come up, and then start to get something like that. This over here would be your level to get into. Once we are above all the key levels and prices onwards and upwards, we're getting some higher lows and higher highs on the 4-hour time frame, then I think we will be AFR away. And this is, the moment when we do get into that Bitcoin trade. If we look at it on the 4-hour, quite similar here as well. You can see that 50% level coming in at 99.5K. That's obviously the whole range of Bitcoin. So that low that we saw on the 13th of January, all the way to the all-time high, just below 110K. That comes in at 99,550 over there. You can see this yellow line over here. That also lines up with a massive, support resistance zone over here. Let's let that load up. But you can see that this massive resistance over here and support, it's tested as resistance and support for, a while now, all the way, over 2 months, 2.5 months. And this is a very key level to get above. So what we actually want to see is we want to see prices get above this right now, and then move onwards and upwards. And this test of support will be your moment to be bidding Bitcoin. But I've also marked off this area here. So if we do see a move to the downside, I think this box should be bought up quite nicely. This is the new box, so buy the box right over there. Let's make that white. I think this is a really good region to get into Bitcoin. Let me just pull it out again. I think it was about there. There we go. So basically, if you look on the 4-hour time frame, you've got this open and close, and we came down and then spiked straight up. So we did create a fair value gap over here, which we have partially filled. You can see that box that I've just made over there. So we have come into that fair value gap perfectly, actually. You can see that over there. But I think this buy the box zone is a great zone. It is that 4-hour open and the wick at the bottom. I think we can grab some liquidity there. And I think, this could be a good buy zone for NFP tomorrow, guys. NFP is tomorrow. Obviously Friday, the first Friday of the month. I will probably be trading this live. So I think today we can see a bit more chop. And then I think tomorrow NFP, we could get a chance to get into this box and then onwards and upwards, in my opinion. So I think this box is a massive level. I'm going to mark 95K as an alert. So if we do hit that 95K region, then I am going to be looking to get into Bitcoin. So basically 95K, I'm going to be longing 95K. And I think if we can break above 100K, then I think we can be looking for longs. So those setups will be pretty simple. So we'll basically wait for a little reaction into the box. And then when price starts to look strong, then we can, get into that long position wherever it is, stops below that wick, and then A for away. And I think that is the swing trade that we are looking for. I've personally been sitting on my hands the whole week because, you normally get a very choppy market, which normally smashes swing traders. So it's definitely not a swing traders market, in my opinion. Sitting on your hands is, in my opinion, the best situation at the moment because, you can't lose. And if it's going to chop around, you're just going to get chopped in and out of your positions. So it's perfect for scalp traders, guys. If you are scalping this market, congratulations. It's been a scalper's market for over 2 months. And brilliant, absolutely brilliant. But for now, I'm sitting on my hands. I'm waiting. I'm either waiting for the 95K region to be met or a break above 100K. Those are my two. So for now, we are in a no man's land. So definitely mark those levels off on your chart. So let's get into Ethereum because Ethereum is showing a little bit more strength. We're going to go into ETH BTC just now. Obviously got absolutely nuked. But it is, coming back into a level of resistance at the moment. This is a massive level. I want to see I want to see Ethereum above 2,900. That is the level that I want to see Ethereum above and clear. I think if we can get above there, test it as support on a little retest, even the 2,850, and then push up into this 3,100 region. 3,100 is a massive level for Ethereum, and I think it's going to struggle to get above that. That is the 50% level of the cycle highs created at 4,110. That was on the 16th of December, all the way down to that massive, kind of manipulation looking wick, basically clearing out all longs made since like December 2013. That is absolutely wild. But yeah, massive wick to the downside. I think there was a little targeted attack on Ethereum, and this could be just to get everyone out of their positions, and then we're going to grind a bit, and then we are going to see that massive pump. So if you are spot Ethereum, definitely just chill in your position. I do think we are still going to see much higher prices this cycle, and it's definitely not over. And the more we move to the downside, I think it is starting to create a more right translated cycle scenario where we can be seeing the cycle tops towards the end of this year instead of Q1 of this year, which was one of my options. But it is looking good for a right translated cycle and a green year. I would say a green year. So this could be that obviously everyone who bought during this period could buy, but my perfect buy for Ethereum is going to be the 50% test of that wick created. This is obviously a ridiculous wick, and 2,480 is the region to buy. So if we can see price come down to 2,480, and then we see how it reacts over there, forms a higher low, then we can be getting into some longs over here, stops below, or we can just blindly bid 2,500 region over here. Let's make this green because we are buying, and your stops would just go below that 2,100. I think a lot of people missed this buying opportunity. I don't think many people got into this position. We can go into the hourly time frame. I think it happened extremely quickly. There we go, nuke down, and yeah, you basically had, look at that volume, guys. That is huge volume. Let's go into the 15 minutes quickly. Sorry, it's a bit messy. Yeah, you basically, you probably had like 5 minutes to buy this dip. So that means that a lot of people didn't get into that buying opportunity, but a lot of people would have FOMO'd in buying at these levels, 2,500 to 2,700. I think a lot of people have been buying that level, and I think price could come down and sweep this 2,500 level. Everyone gets very fearful. Obviously, everyone that's bought above that will start to get fearful. Then maybe we see some like very fearful news. a lot of people stop out of their or close their positions, and then we see another little higher low, and then A for away. So 2,480, I like the 50% level. It often works. It often ties up with the news and whatnot. So if you aren't in Ethereum yet, don't rush into this. As I said, a lot of people would have bought in the zone between 2,500 and 2,700. I think price could come down, visit that region one more time, shake out a lot of weak hands, and then we start to get that move to the upside. But looking at Ethereum on the 4-hour, I still want to wait for it to break out of this downsloping resistance before getting too excited, guys. So this is a massive downsloping resistance you can see over here. And we did get that fake out, which caused, the fake out on Friday. Massive dump. That's enormous. 40%, that's insane. But this is the downsloping resistance that I want to get above. So for me, Ethereum, I'd like to see, maybe another push down over NFP tomorrow, come back, get up there, something like that. This would be looking really good for Ethereum. Obviously, our first little bid will be here. We'd be getting in over there. And then I think we'd be doubling down on our position when we get that breakout of this downsloping resistance and that retest of 3,100 as support. That is the best scenario for Ethereum. But for now, sit in your hands, guys. Sit in your hands. There's no point buying no man's land at the moment. But also massive level we just spoke about, 2,850, the current level that we are wrestling. So yeah, wouldn't be getting too excited unless we at least get above this. And then the 3,100 is a massive, massive, massive level. Solana looking relatively okay. It's tested this level over here as support, which we've been speaking about for a while. These old tops becoming new bottoms. And yeah, massive levels for Solana. I'd like to see Solana get above 2,220, get above the 50-day EMA, and then it starts to be looking a little bit better for Solana. So we can see another test of this 1,090 region. That is also the 50% of this daily wick over here. So we can see a little bounce off there, come up, claim that 220 region. And I think this would be a place to get into a Solana long. Otherwise, it's looking very choppy. It's looking very scary. But crypto has been getting punished. I'm going to go look into the S&P 500 just now because that's looking really bullish. S&P 500 and NASDAQ are looking really, really bullish. I think they are looking to make another move to the upside. So Bitcoin dominance obviously smashed that 64%, which is huge. Yeah, and ultimately the portfolio is bleeding because we are in altcoins, but we do still believe that there will be alt season. There has to be. There's always an alt season. There's always a breakdown of Bitcoin dominance. So we just have to give it time, guys. No leverage and just give it time, and that is the best scenario. But otherwise, there was never a confirmation about the Bitcoin dominance. So I did run into this a bit fast. We obviously had this massive break, and then we're underneath the 50% level, but we didn't get the death cross, guys. We didn't get the death cross, and I think the death cross is going to send altcoin season, and we didn't get that, guys. That's when the 50-day EMA crosses below the 200. We were getting quite excited around this region over here, but we eventually did break to the upside. So this was also a massive warning sign. This breakout over here was a massive warning sign, and we shouldn't have ignored that. But I was obviously on leave in this time, which always seems to be the case. Always taking leave when I shouldn't be taking leave, but that is how life works. But here we go, USDT dominance over here. We have broken out highest daily close since basically Trump won the elections. So we are testing the higher levels. We did come and test this, almost came and test this fair value gap over here, which I have lined on this chart for a while now. We didn't come perfectly into it, but it's close enough. But we are above the level. I want to see Bitcoin dominance below 4.35% as soon as possible. That is what we want to see for USDT dominance. If we go into USDT dominance on the weekly, you can basically see whenever we get these massive wicks, it does normally mark the bottom for crypto. So here was obviously June 2021. It was a low for crypto. June 22 was a low for crypto. November 22 was a low for crypto. And this was the banking crisis. March, low for crypto. Over here was that yen cash and carry trade, low for crypto. Here was the breakout. That wasn't a big wick. And then here is another one of those wicks, guys. Here's another one of those wicks. I'm just going to remove all this stuff. But here's another one of those wicks, guys. Came perfectly into the EMAs. Now we want to see it have a bearish close. If we can close red or close below that level that we've marked out, and that's coming in at 4.37%. That is a massive level to get under. And if we can test it as resistance, then I would say, let's go. Let's go. I think it's off to the races, and we are going to see some upwards price action in the crypto market. But for now, we are just sitting and waiting for a confirmation. So total crypto market, this is the scenario that I had played out. Retest of the 50% of the wick coming in at 3 trillion. 3 trillion is a massive, massive, massive level for the total crypto market. I don't want to see any closes below this. And my line in the sand is 2.72. If we start closing candles below 2.72 trillion, yeah, in my mind, probably game over. It could be game over. But for now, we are just in no man's land. And I am waiting patiently for a close above 3.27 trillion. And that would be a good sign for the crypto market. But definitely mark off 3 trillion on your chart over here. This is the buy zone. If we do get that perfect retest, that is the buy zone. Or we need to get above 3.3 trillion. Let's just round it up. And I think that is the level where, you know, we can start saying that crypto is looking strong again. But definitely mark off 3 trillion on your charts. Total 3 looking weak, guys. Not looking too strong. You know, obviously still above that Trump victory, which is a bullish sign. We are above the 200-day EMA. We are above the 50% level. So it is more bullish than bearish, but we are below this massive support and resistance zone, which is holding up the market throughout December and Jan. And ultimately, we want to see the crypto market get above this, start to test this as support, maybe grind a bit, and then see a move to the upside. But for now, sit in your hands, guys. Sit in your hands. If we get another test of this over here, I think this would be a great opportunity. So again, 50% of the wick. And then you can see that that lines up with the 50% level of the ultimate range and the 200-day EMA. So this is a massive region. And I think, you know, when we come into this level, we are going to be buying and opening up swing longs. This is where we are going to be opening up swing longs, guys. Not now, because now is not a good time to open swing longs. Over here, you can even start, you know, you can 5x, 8x leverage longs when we come into the zone. But not before, guys, not before. Definitely wait. Others looking extremely bearish. So this is the crypto market excluding the top 10 cryptos, which is your Ethereums, your Solanas, etc. This is now below the 200-day EMA, and we are getting to levels that are, you know, closer than the top, than compared to the Trump victory. So here's the Trump victory over here. Here's the top, and we are closer to the Trump victory than the top. So that's not a good sign, guys. It's not a good sign. We did break down of this level over here, which was actually a warning sign. I wasn't on my charts during this, but that was your first warning that we're going to see lower prices. And we need to see a desperate reclaim of the 50% level coming in at 320 billion. Get above the EMAs, and then like, we can be away for away. But for now, if you guys, you know, I was speaking about getting into some longs over here. That's going to be your blue chips, guys. It's going to be your blue chips. It's not going to be your pop cats. It's not going to be your extremely degen plays. It's going to be your ondos. It's going to be your mantras. It's going to be your blue chip tokens, your SUIs, your ENS, your Chainlink, your ENA, even though that hasn't been performing too well. Your Uniswaps, your Hype, your Radiums, etc. Guys, those are going to be the trades that we're taking. We're not taking the meme coin trades, guys. They're looking dodgy. They're not looking good at all. Okay, let's speak about ETH BTC quickly. Could be over here. I'll speak about later. Okay, so that's a general wrap on the markets. On the daily, bit of a mixed bag. You know, some coins are pumping, some coins are dumping, just a bit of rotation, not too much liquidity coming into the markets. We are getting a bit of a bounce on the hourly time frame, and we're gonna have to wait and see if there's any confirmation of a breakout. But for now, there is no breakout, so we are just sitting on our hands for now. High block capital suggests that there is quite a bit of liquidity. There is liquidity to the downside coming in at that 96K region. That could line up with our 50% level. On the higher time frame, there's a level at 102.8K. So that would be our first target. If we do come into that 94, 95K region for our Bitcoin long, then that would be a potential take profit. And a bit of liquidity over here. Oof, not looking good over there. 85K. To the upside, we've got a little bit of liquidity as well. And yeah, there are a bit more longs and shorts at the moment on Bitcoin, Ethereum. A lot of people shorting Ethereum at the moment. One thing I wanted to speak about quickly was the fear and greed. So this over here, still sitting at 49. So we can see lower prices, guys, which isn't ideal. I thought we were going to sit in greed for a little bit longer and get a little bit more explosive move in Q1, but this can come down all the way to 30s, guys. And I think so that does allow for a move to the downside, but that does line up with, if I just go back into Bitcoin on the 4 hour, if we start to reject from here and start to just sit around this level over here in the buy box, and a lot of people getting bearish, and we're seeing a lot of bearish socials and stuff, then I think this would be a good buying opportunity. I think this would take the fear and greed down to those low levels that we were speaking about. Okay, let's talk about the macros quickly. So the macros, the DXY on the daily time frame at support at the moment. We do want to see the DXY break down this level. Something like that would be a good site for the DXY, and obviously everything priced against the dollar would benefit from the dollar weakening, right? So this is at support at the moment, and we would like to see a breakdown of this. But one thing, one little bit of hopium for the crypto market is that the S&P 500 is looking bullish. S&P 500 is looking bullish, and it is only, it's about 1% away from all-time highs. Obviously, Bitcoin and the crypto market is correlated to the stock market and the NASDAQ. And we've had 3 strong days in a row now. Obviously, massive FUD on Monday with all the tariffs. And we've had 1, 2, 3 days in a row of higher highs and higher lows. So this is a good site, guys. This is a good site for the crypto market and the stock market, of course. NASDAQ, painting a similar picture. So no real concerns as of yet. If the NASDAQ was starting to close candles below 6,000, then, this 5,940 region, then it would be looking a bit more scary. But for now, it is looking okay, guys. It is looking okay. Guys, are there any altcoin requests? Any altcoin requests? We can have a look. For now, I'm just looking at Bitcoin and looking at the key levels. I don't think it's too important to be looking at the altcoin requests. And I think, the altcoins that you want to be looking at are the altcoins that are holding their key positions. So just to get back into the plan, this is the plan. The plan for now, just a little summary for Bitcoin. We are sitting on our hands and we are waiting for the NFP. I think that'll bring some volatility into the market. If we see this zone, bought before, if we come into the zone before NFP, I think it'll be a good buying opportunity. But we could see some volatility during NFP coming into this region. So we are buying this region, 95 to 94K. There's a bit of liquidity at 96K. Obviously, it stops everyone out, but I think we could carry on a bit down and take out this 4-hour low. So that's 94K. So definitely mark this box up on the charts. Or if we get above 100K, then I think we are looking good. Okay, there are quite a lot of altcoin requests. So let's get straight into them. Okay, let's start off with SPX. Let's go, SPX. We'll quickly run through these guys. So definitely drop some more. We can do a few. Okay, SPX, not looking too good. We did lose the key level over here. This was a key level which we outlined a while ago. Also dropped the 50% before that, putting it in the week and a half. But for now, it is closer to support. You can't really sell this. Your selling opportunity would have been this retest over here on Monday, but everything happened very fast on Monday. But you can't sell this now, guys. So yeah, I would just wait it out. If we do get a pump, then you can be looking to offload into that $1 region. That is for SPX. Turbo. Okay, let's get into the meme coins, guys. Let's get into the meme coins. Yeah, not looking good, guys. Looking terrible, actually. We're about to get the death cross for Turbo, which obviously isn't bullish. Okay, so obviously, no, not looking good here. But you do often, you know, when you get these death crosses, I'm sure a lot of the meme coins are starting to roll over and give you that death cross. You can see Brett was one of the first. Whiff was also there. Popcat, they've all had their death cross, and they haven't actually retested the death cross yet. So looking at Turbo quickly, you know, there is a chance we could get a push into here. If we do get a push up, then I think meme coins will be sold. I think everyone will be selling their meme coins though, so I think they could just bleed out for now. But guys, no meme coins. Definitely wouldn't be buying meme coins. I mean, it's technically a good buy if it is at support, you know, something like that. This could have been a good buy, but they're just not looking good, guys. Meme coins just are not looking good in my opinion. Ondo, okay, here we go. Some proper projects. I like Ondo. Ondo's amazing in my opinion. We obviously got stopped out of this trade with that evil wick on Monday. That is what it is. But for now, it is looking good. It is above the 50% level at $1.32. That is obviously from the macro range over here, that low over there. And this is looking bullish, guys. This is one of my favorite projects at the moment. I spoke about this, I think, 10 days ago, saying that, you know, rotating all of your meme coins into Ondo was probably a good idea. And that's actually played out quite well. Is it a good idea now? I'm not sure. Meme coins have bled a lot. But with Ondo, we'd like to see it get above this, you know, $1.62 region. And then I think it is A for away. So this is the level that you want to see Ondo get above. But for now, I think, you know, DCAing into something like Ondo is a good idea. If the markets do move to the downside again, there is an opportunity at the 50% level, and that's coming in at $1.08. So definitely mark this level off on your chart, $1.08. And I think just DCAing into something like this in this box over here. Let's make it blue. This is a good idea, guys. DCAing into this is a good idea. And I'm sure you will be reaping the reward. Okay, so look at a few more. WLD, let's go. Let's bring it up. Yeah, not looking good, guys. The death cross was your early sign to be getting out of this over here, little death cross. And we actually came up into the death cross region over there. You can see this wick. This was your chance to get out, but not looking good, guys. But we can't really be too bearish at support. So that is technically support over there. So we're gonna have to wait and see how this does play out, but this isn't really looking good. But I mean, I can't really go any lower. Massive volume over here as well. So I wouldn't be selling this, but I probably wouldn't be buying any either. So yeah, dog with hat, awful. Before I even open the chart. Yeah, there we go, guys. Not looking good at all. A lot of volume over here. So this probably marked the bottom for dog with hat. But let's see, guys. This crypto, things can come much lower. And I think this perfect move down to 75, which already happened the next day. If you come into 75, there is an argument for a potential long, but it will be a scalp long. If you come into this region, you can be looking for a level. But for now, it's looking scary, guys. It is looking scary. It's looking scary out here. But guys, we are going to wrap it up there. Thanks for joining the stream. You guys know the plan. This is the plan. This is the buy box over here on the 4-hour time frame. If we do come into this level over here, definitely buying, but definitely watch out for that 99.5K as resistance. I think getting above this level will be good. Let's quickly have a look at TAO, last one, guys. This is the last one. Death cross over here yesterday or today, but a massive high volume candle. I think a lot of people got liquidated. So, you know, if you did buy, I think, you know, DCAing in this region is a good idea for crypto. There we go. We do need to get above that $460 region over there. There was a case of this bullish divergence, which we did get a bounce out of. But yeah, otherwise, right now it is actually at a key level over here. If you look left and draw your horizontal, this is a key level for tau. So I think this is a good level to be buying in. You know, if you bought in this region over here, let's take an average price, down 40%, a little bit of a discount. If you are a tau bull, then, you know, we would be looking for a close above $460 to confirm a push higher. Yeah, guys, we are going to end the stream there. Thank you very much for joining, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for another stream. Cheers for now.